Good morning, children. Our next lesson is fourth lesson, helping hands. Okay, that is your page number 23. And let me discuss by textbook. I am going to read the lesson once. Hope all you have books in front of you. Okay, and our world is a pleasant place to live, but there are many things which can be dangerous. An accident may happen all of a sudden. At that moment, we must give first aid to the victim. Okay, accident may happen suddenly. Something, if any harm occurs suddenly, it may called as accident. Okay, what we should do whenever the accident happens? We should help the victim. Okay, first aid is the immediate treatment we give to the accident victim before the medical treatment. First aid is the help we can give to people. Therefore, it is important to keep a first aid kit available. Keep one at home and one in your father's vehicle. Okay, what we do whenever any accident happens? Okay, we should help the victim, and the major thing and firstly what you should do is the doing your first aid. What is mean by first aid? Already you have studied in your previous 4th standard. First aid means the immediate help given to an injured person. That is nothing but that is called first aid. And what does the first aid box contain? It contains bandage, cotton, antiseptic creams, Dettol, scissors. Okay, all you know about first aid box. Okay, that is nothing but we should give whenever any accident happens. We should treat the victim with the first aid box and first aid treatment. And in this first aid in accidents or emergencies, we have some rules and some major steps whenever any accident happens. Let us see them. There are some ways to give first aid in accidents or emergencies. You should keep them in mind when a person is injured. We should not let a crowd gather around an injured person. Okay, whenever sudden accidents happen, you should not make people to surround around the victim, because the aid should be flowed to the victim. Make the injured person sit or lie down. First, make that victim to be sit down. Call an adult for help or a doctor. Immediately after giving your first aid, you should call the doctor or any adults. If you are a child, if you want to help, then call any adults. And next, and these are the few topics in this lesson. In that, first one is fractures and inflammation. Fractures means any broken bone. If any bone is broken or break, then it is called as fracture. And inflammation means swollen part. Swollen means if you have harm with any fracture, any bone is broken, at that time you will get swelling over those part affected area. That is nothing but inflammation. Okay, in that fractures and inflammation, a broken bone requires first aid. When the bone is broken, you should call a hospital if patient is unconscious and bleeding or cannot walk. Do not move the patient. Apply pressure to the wound with a clean cloth to stop the bleeding. Okay, whenever the bone is broken to the victim, you should not move that person here and there. Let him sit constantly at one place, stable. Okay, and you should apply pressure on the wound with a clean cloth to stop the bleeding. If it is bleeding, if it is anything cut over here or anything wound have happened to your hand, first you should stop that flow of blood. You should stop the bleeding. And next, a sprain occurs when the ligaments which hold together are overstretched and partially torn. Okay, sprain means pain occurs whenever a bone is broken. Okay, when the ligaments which hold together, ligaments is nothing but joints which here you have, okay, two bones you have here joint, no, the connection, that part which attaches two bones, which joins two bones, that part is called ligament. Okay, whenever that ligaments, if it is overstretched or whenever you fell down or anything hit it to your bones over to your hands, if that part is affected, then you will cause pain. Simply overstriking any part of musculature is called strain. Sprain is nothing but pain. Okay, whenever you got any hurt over to your hand or leg, then it is called, you'll feel pain, right? That is nothing but sprain. But if simply over striking any part of the musculature is called a strain. Strain, musculature means arrangement of muscles in the body. The combination, all these muscles which are arranged in a well mannered, that is group of the muscles is called musculature. If any force you have or any pressure you have attempted over the muscles, that is called strain. That force is called strain. Sprain and strains cause swelling and pain. Both this strain and sprains causes swelling, swollen at that place, and pain also. There may be bruise around the injury. Bruise is nothing but whenever you hit something, your hand or your leg, if hit something, accident may happens. At that time, that place which was affected, at that place the skin color will be changed. That is called bruise. And if the injury involves patient's neck or back, do not move him. Movement causes serious nerve damage. Call for emergency medical help. Get an X-ray to determine whether a bone is broken or sprained. Okay. Whenever the accident happens to the victim, if it is to the patient's neck or to any backbone something, you should not let him to go or to walk. Okay. He must be in stable condition. That means he has to sit constantly without moving, and you have to call immediately doctor for help. And next, first aid for sprains and strains include rest, ice, compression and elevation, known as RICE. Term RICE, okay. Here it includes rest, ice, compression, it is elevation. Okay, whenever a bone is broken or it was hurted, at that time the first thing you have to do is you should not move the victim here and there, and you should follow this term RICE. RICE in that R specifies rest. First the patient to be allowed to take rest. After that, apply ice packs for 10 minutes at a time every few hours for the first 2 days to prevent swelling. Okay. If your hand or leg is broken, here you can see in your page number 24, here it is shown the diagrams about leg part. Okay. In your page number 24, you can observe here the person, the victim, he is affected with leg broken bone in the leg part. Okay. Here apply ice packs for 10 minutes at a time every few hours. Whenever the victim got hurted with fracture, at that part with ice packs it must be applied for 10 minutes. Okay. After, because it prevents swelling. Swelling will be stopped over that part. And wearing an elastic compression bandage for 2 days will also reduce swelling. Okay, at last part, in the last figure you can observe here some white cloth, it is tied over the leg part. It is called elastic band, which is compressed, means third letter compression. Compression means putting force and effort to that part. Tightly if we bandage that elastic band over that part will be prevented from the swelling. And do not apply heat in any form for 24 hours. Heat increases swelling and pain. You should not apply any heat from the external source. Okay, you should apply only ice part. Okay, and elevation is the over part, that is nothing but in front. First you have to take rest, apply ice packs and tie with an elastic bandage, and you should not apply any heat from the external source. Okay, and next one is wrapping an arm splint. Okay, wrapping means material, which is material or cloth which is used to tie the victim's hand or leg, whether it is affected, when it is affected with the fracture. And arm splint means it is also one material which is used to not to move his hand or leg when it is affected here and there. It will be covered with that material, whether it is cotton or whatever it is, with that material that bone will not be moved here and there. Okay. Place patient's forearm against his chest. Forearm is from elbow to your fingers, up to your fingers, it is called as forearm. Okay. That it must be placed against the victim's chest like this as shown in figure. Okay. If this is painful, place a pillow or sheet against the arm and chest. If it is painful, if the hand is more painful, place it on a pillow. Upon the pillow, place your hand. Using gauze, a sheet or a blanket, beginning at the elbow and wrap the splint in a diagonal direction around patient's back, coming around his chest and wrapping the upper and lower arm all the way up to the hand. Okay, in this way as shown in figure, that material is to be tied to the hand and it is in diagonal direction from the patient's back to front. It is to be filled up with this sheet. Okay. And next, apply, as I told previously, apply ice to that broken area. And next one is bleeding. Bleeding means flow of blood. If any wound or cut has happened to the victim, at that time the flow of blood to be stopped. Okay. For that we should follow some rules. Mild bleeding may stop by itself. Okay. If the flow of blood is very little, it will be stopped by itself. Whether if it is more, it is bleeding more, then what the steps to be followed, it is given here in page number 25. Okay. In case of severe bleeding, keep the victim lying down. Let him sit down. Raise the bleeding part higher than the rest of the body. This reduces the flow of blood. If you doubt a bone fracture, do not move the person. If the bleeding is happened any over here part, over to your hand, then place your hand to be up like this. If you leave down like this, no, the flow of blood, it will be more bleeding, heavy bleeding will be happen. So raise it up, and if you feel that is whether a bone is fractured over here, do not move your hand up and down, lay it stable like that only. And place a thick pad of clean cloth on the wound and press firmly with the hand. Hold the pad firmly in a place with the bandage. Keep the victim warm with a blanket. Give him plenty of liquids like milk, tea, coffee, etc. Okay. Place him without moving the victim's hand here and there, and place the bandage as shown here in the figure. Okay. If the victim is in conscious stage, means victim is talking or doing, he is stable, then you can offer him any liquids. Okay. And then call the doctor. In case of overbleeding, use tourniquet. Tourniquet, as already you know in your previous standard, it will be one type of band. You should tie over your victim's hand. If it is harm have happened, if it is won't happen over to your hand, then you should tie the tourniquet to your hand to stop the bleeding. Okay. And next, bandage of wound. Wash your hands to remove germs. Clean the skin around whenever, and even the wound also. After this, to tie the bandage over the wound, first clean the wound. First wash your hands properly and clean the wound with the Dettol or antiseptic cream, and after that using cotton, dress it well. Okay. And next, bleeding from the nose. Why the bleeding comes from nose? Whenever the blood vessels over to your nose, it got affected or it was broken. Blood vessels means which carries blood from up and down over to your nose. Whenever it is affected, the blood comes from the nose down. What you should do at that time? You should lay your head up, raising your head back, and you should breathe from your mouth. Okay. And after that, press the bleeding side of, if it is bleeding on the right side, lay your head like this up and press your nose firmly like this, tightly like this with your finger over that, so that after some time the flow of blood may cause stop. Okay. And after that, place an ice cube or wet cloth over your nose. And next last one is burns. Okay, whenever any burn happened due to fire or due to the flame, at that time first you should clean that place with water, with cool water. If it is a little burn, clean with cool water. Okay, if it, and use the ice cubes also, so that it may cause little help to it. And keep the burnt part clean, let it dry and apply an antiseptic ointment. After cleaning with ice cubes, let it dry and apply cream over that. Cover the burn using dry clean cloth. After that, use a dry cloth and tie with it using antiseptic creams, applying, and you can reduce the pain. Bandage it loosely. Okay, these are the few topics in your 4th lesson. And once you have to read this lesson, okay, all the points, and that's it. Second part will be continued in next class.